Hello and welcome back to this final day number 7 of the British Summer Championships 2023, here live from Ponsforge International Sports Centre, Sheffield. We are just about to get underway with our second heat session of the day. It's session number 20 of the meet, and it is that men's 4x100 metre medley teams session that you can see in the centre of your screen now. That is the 4x100 medley relays. Up first, as ever, it will be the men's 14 to 16 age group, and then there will be the men's 17 years age group. Here are our competitors for heat number 1 of this first event, the men's 4x16 400 medley team. There is your start list for heat 1. There will be 3 heats. There are finals in this. They will be conducted at the end of tonight's final session, which does begin at 4 p.m. In 1 for City of Peterborough D, on leg 1 on the backstroke, it's Orlando Deering. In 2, doing the backstroke for Newcastle, it's Nicholas Land. In 3 for Leander, Joe Jennings. 4 for City of Cardiff, Joseph Parsons. 5 for Mount Kelly B, Isaac Jones. 6 for Leamington Spa, Andre Anyakwi. And in 7 for Royal Wolverhampton, it's Eamon Chiridi. Mount Kelly B are led out 29.28 for Isaac Jones down the first 50 of that backstroke. Royal Wolverhampton were second up in lane 7. They're all in a line going well. Down at the bottom, Deering for Peterborough and Land for Newcastle. It's still leading the way as we go into the backstroke to breaststroke changeover. It is Mount Kelly B with Isaac Jones. He is going to hand over to Daniel Sturt, who will do the breaststroke for Mount Kelly. 1 lane up from Sturt. In 6 for Leamington Spa is Daniel Wilkes. And for Royal Wolverhampton, it's Lewis Hickman. In for City of Cardiff on the breaststroke, it's Ridian Shepherd. For Leander, Lachlan Myers. In Newcastle, I've got Oliver Dodsworth in the water now, and Joshua Sakri down there in lane 1 for Peterborough. Sakri turns first, 134.42. Royal Wolverhampton in second, 134.54, with Newcastle in third, 134.60. Going well at the bottom, it is Sakri for Peterborough, and going well right at the top, Hickman for Royal Wolverhampton. Coming through in lane 4 now is Shepherd for the City of Cardiff. Going with him for Leander, it's Lachlan Myers as we come in to the breaststroke changeover to fly, and it will be Lewis Hickman that hands over first for Royal Wolverhampton. Now in the water doing the butterfly is Harry Chandler for them. That is Chandler in your shot at the moment as he goes through 25 metres. In for Peterborough is Rufus Bennett. For Newcastle, Ethan Williams. For Leander, it's Adrian Lespio Curiel. Ko Kwan Ma is in for the City of Cardiff. Charlie Rounce is in for Leamington Spa. Ralph Sarecki for Mount Kelly B. They are your butterflies. And turning first is still Royal Wolverhampton, ahead of Leander now, with City of Peterborough D in third. Going well though for Mount Kelly B, it's Ralph Sorecki in lane 5. He's having a great butterfly leg here as he's overhauled Peterborough and he's coming back. He's challenging Leander as we go into the final changeover. And leading the way, it is Royal Wolverhampton up there in lane 7. Riley Perry in your shot for them right now. For Mount Kelly B, it's Panos Angelakis. Jack Bamborough will do the freestyle for Cardiff. Alexander Laurie for Leander. Aidan Turner's in the water for Newcastle. Jack Swindale for City of Peterborough. And Ned Stevens for Leamington Spa. As Peterborough now going over 3:33.53 for them. They're still leading the way. Riley Perry for Royal Wolverhampton. He goes through with 25 meters to go. Going well in lane number 3 though, Laurie of Leander. He's back level. As they go into the red zone for the final 5 meters, it will be Leander that take the touch. Ahead of Royal Wolverhampton. City of Peterborough look like they touched third there. As we wait for the scoreboard to sort itself out. And we'll bring you those official results. There are official results of heat number 1. It was indeed Leander that got the touch from Royal Wolverhampton and City of Peterborough D in third. We now move on to heat number 2, and here is your start list for the men's 14-16 years 400 medley team. Leading Skipton off in 0, it's Zach Sheriff. Ryan Wall goes for City of Cambridge in 1. Harry Kerslake of Sandwell in 2. Alexander Azar of Northumberland and Durham Performance in 3. Ewan Pedersen for Millfield School A in 4. Robbie Boyd of Warren de Baths in 5. Zeno Ubatelli of Chelsea and Westminster in 6. Oliver Dennis of Plymouth Leander B in 7. Gabriel Barrett of Camden Swiss Cottage is in 8. And Freddie Hodgetts leads Pool out in 9. Turning first, it is Lazar for Northumberland Durham. He's there in that black hat at the bottom of your screen, leading the way. A great turn for Pedersen. No, great underwater, brought him back into the fight. In second at the moment, in 6, it's Zio Ubatali for Chelsea and Westminster. Going well at the top in lane number 7, it's Oliver Dennis of Plymouth Leander. As we hand over now to the breaststrokers, going in for Northumberland and Durham, it's Jacob Barnett. In for Millfield, it's Henry Guppy. Warren de Baths have got Connor Mitchell. Edward Robinson has got the responsibility of the breaststroke for Chelsea and Westminster. Aidan Keslake for Plymouth Leander B. Edward Ormsby is in for the City of Cambridge. Sean Smith for Skipton. Lucas Baum is in for Camden Swiss Cottage, and Frederick Beasley for Poole. And it's Edward Robinson that turns first for Chelsea and Westminster, behind Northumberland and Durham's Jacob Barnett. Going well for Warren de Baths in lane number 5. That red hat coming through nicely is Connor Mitchell. Roger Davis is going for Sandwell in lane number 2. He's having a good swim here as well. And now it's pretty tight at the front between Northumberland and Durham. Warren de Baths and Chelsea and Westminster. It will be Northumberland and Durham that just hold on to the lead at the halfway stage. Isaac Buchan now in the water for them. In for Warren de Baths, it's James Burnett. In for Chelsea and Westminster. It's Santino Del Real. Wong Skakorn Pattersman is in for Plymouth Leander B. James Burnett in for Warren de Bath. Ethan Stubbs Green in for Millfield School A. As Northumberland and Durham still lead the way. Warren de Bath having a good middle 200 here though. Still carrying through on the butterfly. It is Burnett. He looks strong. Santino Real, Wiganard. Jack Brown is in for Sandwell. Riley Hall for City of Cambridge. Sam Smith having a good swim. Down in 0 for Skipton. And Lucas Sartorius is at the top in pool. Llewellyn Porter of Camden Swiss Cottage had a good leg here on the butterfly in lane 8. But at the front, it is still Northumberland and Durham Performance leading the way. They've led the whole way through so far. In for them, it's William Gowler. Lachlan Parrott's on the last leg for Millfield. Harry Sharp for Warren de Bath. Joseph Adams for Chelsea and Westminster. Nathan McManus has got the job for Plymouth Leander. Richie Grant for Camden Swiss Cottage. Hugo Young for Poole. Reece Dodd for Sandwell. James Williamson for City of Cambridge. And Joe Burgess for Skipton. As we come into the final stages, Warren de Bath still clawing back. Harry Sharp put in William Gowler under pressure as we go into the final 5 metres. But Gowler looks like he's going to hold on as the fight behind him is won by Lachlan Parrott of Millfield. As we now just watch in lane number 7, Nathan McManus finish up for Plymouth Leander B. William Gowler there holding on to take that one. 3:58.20. Time for Northumberland and Durham Performance. There are your official results of heat number 2. Swiftly we move on to heat number 3. This is your start list, and this is the final heat of this event. Harvey Reid leads off for Birmingham in 0. Jacob Kelly for Guildford City in 1. Adam White for Millfield School B in 2. Aaron Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells in 3. Daniel Ransom for City of Leeds in 4. Jamie Gray for Plymouth Leander in 5. Sam Adams of Hackney Aquatics in 6. Fergus Thompson of Mount Kelly A in 7. Monty Smith for Wickham District A in 8. And Benjamin Gibbons for Northampton in 9. It is Fergus Thompson of Mount Kelly that leads down the opening 50 of the backstroke leg from Adam White of Millfield School and Jamie Gray of Plymouth Leander in 5. Right at the top there in lane 7, it is Thompson leading the way for Mount Kelly, going well in these closing stages of the backstroke. Is Adam White of Millfield in 2, but it will be Mount Kelly that lead the way after the backstroke from Plymouth Leander from Royal Tunbridge Wells Munson. In for Royal Tunbridge Wells Munson now, it is Aubrey Amada Bennett on the breaststroke. From Millfield School, Max Higgins is in. For Guildford City, Thomas Williams. Hugh Mason Williams has got the responsibility for Birmingham. George Brooks for Leeds. Thomas Bell for Plymouth Leander A. Storm Hegenhagen of Hackney Aquatics. Ben Ruff for Mount Kelly A, Marcus Haig for Wickham District, and Man of Mystery for Northampton. As leading the way in lane 7, it's still Mount Kelly A at the turn, but now look at the speed coming one lane closer to us in 6 from Storm Hegenhagen of Hackney Aquatics. He's going very well down this second 50 of the breaststroke. The yellow hat of Brooks for City of Leeds is leading, with Hagenhausen coming back, and there's a real battle down in 1 between Guildford City and 2 from Millfield, and Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson are in that as well. For Leeds, Brooks hands over to Matthew Just for the butterfly. Tom Hawkins has got the responsibility for TW Monson. Zach Cooper is on the fly for Millfield. Joseph Way for Guildford City. William Viney for City of Birmingham. Matthew Hamilton's in the water now for Plymouth Leander. Rocco Giustiani for Hackney Aquatics. Abdul Jabbar Adama for Mount Kelly A. Alexander Moore for Wickham District. And Mario Vasconcelos Blanche for Northampton. Leeds lead from Hackney Aquatics with Mount Kelly A just behind. Adam has had a good week for Mount Kelly, and he's coming through strongly to overtake Hackney Aquatics and move into second position. Behind them, Guildford City are winning the battle for fourth at the moment, but it's very tight in that fight as Leeds go into the freestyle leg with Gabriel Shepherd. Alessandro Donofrio is on the freestyle for Mount Kelly A. Lucas Malkev has the responsibility of the anchor leg for Hackney Aquatics. Nathan Apps for Plymouth Leander A. Hayden Annan for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Ruben Alty for Millfield School. Christian Gale for Guildford. James Page for Birmingham. Samuel Williams for Wickham District, and Elliot Barker for Northampton. As we look now, it is Leeds who, with 25 metres to go, lead the way. Up in lane 7, Mount Kelly A coming back very strongly. They're now in second by almost a body length. Hackney Aquatics still in third position in this heat at the moment. And it will be Leeds that take it from Mount Kelly A, from Hackney Aquatics, and down at the bottom, Millfield School get the touch ahead of Guildford City and Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. They were the heats for the men's 14-16 years 400 meter medley team event. They are your official results of heat number 3, and we will bring you the summary of all of that action. Here it is. This is page 1. Your top 10 will be the qualifiers for tonight's final. City of Leeds go in on top. It's all very tight though. Here is page 2, so RTW Monson and Leander, the reserves for that final. And there you can see the other positions. And your final page of results. All 27 teams through cleanly. We now move on to our next event, which is the men's 17 years and over 400 meters medley team event. In lane 3, it's Tadcaster York Sport D. In 4, it's West Norfolk. And in 5, Maidenhead. Going well in 3 at the moment, it's Samuel Lawman for Tadcaster. Nathan Wells is in 4, for West Norfolk. Just edging ahead. Jack Rudd of Maidenhead is in 5. Over first it is Nathan Wells, 27.61, ahead of Samuel Lawman's 28.00, 30.28 for Jack Rudd of Maidenhead. Go through into the final quarter of the backstroke leg before we move on to the breaststroke. And leading the way into this changeover, it is West Norfolk. Nathan Wells will hand over to Freddie Laws to complete the breaststroke for West Norfolk. Ethan Balin is in the water now for Tadcaster York Sport. He's there in that black hat closest to us in lane 3. And in 5 for Maidenhead, it's William Dean. Quite spread out at the moment, but a lot can happen in a relay, especially a medley relay. So we watch now as Freddie Laws touches 30.47 is split, 127.82 for West Norfolk. 30.81 was Ethan Balin's split. 30.66 was William Dean's split. So Maidenhead making progress, but currently still in third position in this one. As we go into the latter stages of the breaststroke leg, before the butterflies enter the water. On the block for West Norfolk, it's Daniel Grimmer. He will enter now as West Norfolk change in first place. William Graham is in for Tadcaster York Sport on the butterfly leg, and Alex Bacon for Maidenhead. A bit of a gap here, opening up from the first two teams back to Maidenhead, but going well. Closest to us in 3 is William Graham for Tadcaster. Just over a second separates West Norfolk, Daniel Grimmer and Graham from Tadcaster at the moment, with Alex Bacon turning the quickest 50 split of these 3 butterflies, but at the moment Maidenhead still in third position. Now we have a change of lead at the front as Graham hits the front ahead of Grimmer of West Norfolk, and Tadcaster will change over in first position for the first time in this relay. In the water now for Tadcaster is Liam Dawson. He has the honour of anchoring this team home. Finley Ryan is in for West Norfolk, and Nathan Potter for Maidenhead up there in lane 5. Over goes Liam Dawson onto the final 50. 3:29.11 for Tadcaster, 3:31.83 for Norfolk West and Finley Ryan, and 3:34.48 for Nathan Potter of Maidenhead. These positions look to be how this race will wrap up. And there is your heat winner coming in to touch in a time of 3:56.64. West Norfolk come home in 4 minutes 01. And Maidenhead 4:02.92. That was heat number 1. Here are your official results.
Let's go, boys!
Here is your start list for heat number 2. This is heat number 2 in 0 for Crawley. It's George Chapman. In 1 for Royal Wolverhampton, David Dennis. In 2 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's William Ellis. In 3 for University of Stirling, Zach Speakman. In 4 for Swansea University, Harry Turner. In 5 for Loughborough University, Tom Barden. In 6 for Poole, Robbie Hemmings. In 7, Connor Cherrington for Millfield School A. And Hubert Dunwich is on the backstroke leg for Mount Kelly B. In 8. Speakman turns first for Stirling in 3, ahead of Robbie Hemmings of Poole and Harry Turner of Swansea University. In 3 is still Speakman leading the way from Poole's Hemmings. They are out in front at the moment. It's close behind them as we come in to the changeover, the first changeover of this medley relay. And now on the breaststroke for Stirling, it's Rory Dixon. For Swansea, Elijah Kendrick is in the water. Harvey Freeman for Loughborough University. Oliver Jones for Poole. Elliot Woodburn for Millfield School. Catherine Jones for Mount Kelly. Oren Jones for Crawley. Andrew Jones for Royal Wolverhampton. And Jay Manners for Northumberland and Durham Performance. Still at the front, it is Sterling with Dixon, followed by Jones of Poole. And one lane up from him, he is under pressure from Millfield's Elliot Woodburn. They are now your front three as we come into the final 25 metres of the breaststroke. Dixon will hand over to Brogan Hyde, who has the butterfly leg for University of Stirling. He's entering the water now. Going in for Poole is Alexander Shuriak. In for Millfield after that good leg from Woodburn, it's Alexander Painter. Dylan Reeve is in for Mount Kelly B. Antonio Rodriguez, Swansea University's butterfly swimmer. Lewis Maxwell, Northumberland and Durham Performances butterfly swimmer. James Shevchenko is in the water now for Royal Wolverhampton, and Harry Robinson for Crawley. Stirling still lead. Millfield now in second, with Poole in third, with a 2-second gap over Loughborough University. Going well up there at the top is Dylan Reeve for Mount Kelly. But going very well in lane number 1. In lane number 3, sorry, is University of Stirling in first place. Peter Allen is now in the water for them. Adam Strickland for Northumberland and Durham Performance. Oliver Burns for Royal Wolverhampton. Daniel Elias-Tuma for Crawley. Dan Jones for Swansea University. Calvin Fry for Loughborough University. Charlie Meek for Poole. Thomas Watkin for Millfield School. And Jonathan Turk for Mount Kelly B. And go well there in 7. Millfield School are coming back at Stirling. And now Thomas Watkin has gone ahead in the final strokes. It's going to come down to the touch. And it does go to Millfield School A, 3:45.68 to 3:45.83 for Stirling. Loughborough University coming through strongly in the end there, with Calvin Fry on that ankle leg to get the third place touch ahead of Swansea. There are your official results of heat number 2. And here is your start list for heat number 3. In 0 for Enfield is Oscar Soulis. In 1, Harry Nicholson of Newcastle. In 2, Benjamin Cross for City of Sheffield. In 3, Matthew Ward, Mount Kelly A. In 4, Jack Knight, City of Cardiff. In 5, Finn Brookhoven, Plymouth Leander A. In 6, Toby Hill, City of Manchester. 7, Finley Saunders, Team Bath. 8, Charlie Broom, City of Leeds. And 9, Fritz Dietz of Dartmoor. Over first, in 3, it's Matthew Ward of Mount Kelly. Up in 9 for Dartmoor, it's Fritz Dietz over second, with Plymouth Leander third at the 50-metre mark. Still going well at the top is Dietz for Dartmoor. Leading the way in 3, it is Mount Kelly A. Matthew Ward will hand over to Vadim Bosk for the breaststroke leg. Cameron Williams takes over for Dartmoor. Very tight in the middle three lanes. Currently in third in lane 1 is Newcastle and Josh Denholm, but the three in the middle on a charge. And Tristan Lee of City of Cardiff is in 4, but going well in 5 is Charlie Joe Hallett of Plymouth Leander. He's being chased by Ruben Roboth and Keating for Manchester. But leading the way still in 3 is Bosk of Mount Kelly A. In for Sheffield, it's Ryan Griffiths. Sam Cornish is in for Enfield. And James Robinson, City of Leeds. Callum Wimble with the responsibility for Team Bath. As we go into the turnover, still at the top of the pool, Cameron Williams going well for Dartmoor. He does hand over first to Harry Morgan Hughes. That's the swimmer in your shot now for the butterfly. On the butterfly leg for Mount Kelly, it's Riccardo Lucarelli. Freddie Ashley Sparks is in for Plymouth Leander. Harley James for City of Cardiff. Cole Hewitt for City of Sheffield. Elliot Best for Newcastle. Josh Curlew for Enfield. Jay Elliott is in for the City of Leeds. Maxwell Adams for Team Bath. City of Manchester turning there with Benjamin Holton. And that they are your butterfly swimmers, and going well it is now Lucarelli. He is in the lead for Mount Kelly, coming through well. In that centre lane of number 5 is Ashley Sparks of Plymouth Leander, and also going well in 2 is Hewitt of the City of Sheffield. So it's Mount Kelly that enter the water first on this freestyle leg. We're doing the anchor for them, it's Aaron Alkers. For Plymouth Leander, it's Aidan Simmons-Brown. Going well for Sheffield. Aaron Fox is in the water. He is now in 3rd still. Doing well, Michael Cuddy for Dartmoor in 9. Ben Shelton's in for Leeds. Oliver Watts for Bath. Jacob Wibley for Manchester. Evan Davis for Cardiff. Angelo Contini for Newcastle, and Sami Kadroui of Enfield. But right at the front of the race, there is stroke for stroke as we go into the final stages of the race. Plymouth Leander in 5. Mount Kelly in 3, and it is Plymouth Leander that get it by 6/100ths of a second. These heats, we will get the results from all of the teams ranked, and then we will see the top 10 in the final tonight. But that was an exciting heat. And there are the official results. Plymouth Leander A, Mount Kelly A, City of Sheffield, that's how it finished in that one. And now we will bring you the all-important summary. The top 10 that go through to the final tonight are on your screen now. Millfield School A are the fastest qualifiers, ahead of University of Stirling and Plymouth Leander. Here is page 2. City of Cardiff, Wolverhampton will be your reserves. And finally, rounding out, there are page 3. So that concludes the men's 17 years over 400 medley team event. That concludes this mid-morning heat session. We will be back for more relay action at 1:45. Just to remind you, there it is on your screen. The races above that you've already experienced this morning. So we'll see you back here at 1:45. And then those all-important finals tonight at 4 p.m. Thank you very much. See you very shortly.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half the town screaming out in vain, the other half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!